Why is this not, they did?
I thought so. Oh, yeah.
Okay, Chuck, call me like afterwards or, we'll reset your password for you. I don't wanna do it live stream, but
They did?
I thought
if,
so.
oh yeah, I forgot it's usually like 5 minutes slower. Chuck, somebody will call you if you tell me your
Okay,
username.
Chuck, call me like afterwards or,
we'll reset your password for you. I don't wanna do it live stream, but
they did?
if, oh yeah, I forgot it's usually like 5 minutes slower. Chuck, somebody will call you if you tell me your
Okay,
username.
Chuck, call me like afterwards or,
we'll reset your password for you. I don't wanna do it live stream, but
they did?
if, oh yeah, I forgot it's usually like 5 minutes slower. Chuck, somebody will call you if you tell me your
Okay,
username.
Chuck, call me like
Why is this,
afterwards or,
is there an echo?
Over.
We'll reset your password for you. I don't wanna do it live stream, but
they did?
if, oh yeah, I forgot it's usually like 5 minutes slower. Chuck, somebody will call you if you tell me your
Okay,
username. Can you
Chuck,
guys
call
hear
me
the
like
video? Why is this, is there an echo?
Over.
It's repeating and echoing? Password for you. I don't wanna do it live stream, but
they did?
if, oh yeah, I forgot it's usually like 5 minutes slower. Chuck, somebody will call you if you tell me your
Okay,
username. Can you
Chuck,
guys hear
call
the
me like
video? Why is this,
afterwards or,
is there an echo? It's repeating and echoing? Password for you. I don't wanna do it live stream, but
they did?
if, oh yeah, I forgot it's usually like 5 minutes slower. Chuck, somebody will call you. There is an echo.
Chuck, call me like afterwards or,
Did that stop it?
No,
I think it did stop the echo.
it's still doing it.
You
It's
sure?
still doing it. It's just repeating over and over, overlapping each other. It just keeps saying, Chuck, someone will call you. Is there an echo?
Did that fix it?
Yeah.
That fixed it?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry guys, I had two YouTube tabs open. I guess it was repeating what I said infinitum. Infinitum, is that a word? You like that?
Hey, it's a delay. Is that?
Yeah, it's a delay of usually like a minute or so. That's why I don't do it live during the auction. Where's chat? Oh, here it is. All right, I think I have it. You can be open in two places. It's
The audio's too low.
the audio's too low. How about now? Is the audio better? Is it better? Audio? Yes, fixed. Okay, thanks. Can you hear me now? I just put up the microphone. Great. Okay, a little better. Does it need to be louder, or am I good? Okay, sounds good. Does anybody have questions in general about the auction? I'm not going to start the tutorial for another 10 minutes, but if you have questions, I will answer them. Just in general. So everybody, the first thing you want to do is have eyeballs on the property. Whatever you're looking at, make sure you go to GIS, which is Geographic Information Systems. Make sure you're looking up that parcel number. The post office uses addresses. The county uses parcel numbers. So there can be one address with two parcel numbers. Yeah, I sent the password yet. Yeah. You can't hear now? Should be able to. I turned it way up. Make sure you check off there's like a little icon that has a cross through it. Still louder? Am I good? Probably as loud as it goes. How about now? I mean, this is... Okay, so that first question I have is, when you bid, does the parcel number have a bid number? Yes. The parcel number has a couple different numbers. When you bid, there'll be your bidder number, the bid ID, and the amount. Looking here, so when you bid, there would be your bidder number here, your bid ID, and the amount you bid. So if I bid 4,600, you'll see that I'm there at 4,600. So that's basically how you bid. Now here's the parcel number. This is the day of sale number, but we don't want to get into that yet. I'll start that in about 5 minutes. Question, do we need a new password for this auction if we had one from a previous auction? If you didn't get an email from me, yes, you definitely need to get a hold of me so that I can get you, if you're approved for this auction, I can send you an email. We've had a couple where the emails were misspelled or whatever. So that's one thing. Like I said, make sure you have there's three things that are really big. One, you have to know what you're buying and get eyeballs on it and see it. Number two, you have to have an attorney because you're going to have to do noticing, because you're not buying a parcel, you're buying a certificate. So you're buying what taxes are owed. So I have a question. As I've been searching for parcels, I have not seen commercial property or commercial land lots. How do I find them? I don't do any research. I'm not allowed to. But if you looked at on the Excel files, if you look at the last couple columns, you'll see improve value. And that's the improvement value, which means there's something on the land. If there's no improvement value, it's probably not anything but land. How do I start bidding new here? If you're not approved already, you can't. So you have to be an approved bidder through the county. That's not my rules, that's theirs. Do we email you to get the login information? I did not get an email. Yes, definitely. dononyx@yahoo.com. DONONYX@yahoo.com. You definitely need to email me because I've sent all the emails out 2 or 3 times. If we win an auction, what is owed above the bid? So what I usually tell people is you're looking at probably not more than $2,000 to $2,500. Once you win the bid, you have to get an attorney to help you do noticing. So you have to notice anybody with an interest in the property. You have to mail them certified letters. You have to advertise. Then, if nothing comes from that, your attorney will petition the court for title or deed. So hopefully that answers that question. It's never a fixed amount, but I mean, once you get an attorney, you can ask them too. They'll know. How to know how much to bid? That's a $64 question. It's I don't know. I have seen properties on the list which were sold in the last 2 months. Then they should have been redeemed. If they're not redeemed, then I would actually call 219-755-3155 if you've seen properties that were sold in the last 2 months, so they shouldn't be on the tax sale list. What is the relevance of a bidder number? Bidder number is how we determine this. So I don't want to give your usernames and I don't want to give anything else out, just a bidder number. So this is the relevance of the bidder number. So everything in your receipt and everything else will be tied to a bidder number. Bids all start at 500. Every single one of them. Will we be able to come back and review this again? Everything I asked, it said it's going to be up there. It's Don Onyx is the DONONYX is the channel. You can subscribe to the channel, or you can go to the channel and look at streams, and this should be in there. What is the process of approval for next time? You have to fill out all the county's forms, and I highly recommend going in person. It's just so much easier, and they'll help you a little bit. Is that, they'll have the process next time. I can't tell you really what it is. Is that the same for a vacant lot? I'm not sure what the same for a vacant lot. Can you see other bid amounts? Yeah, you can see them right here. I showed the last three because I don't want it to show like 8,000 bids. It's worked out better that way. Do we owe the delinquent taxes on top of our bid? No. The delinquent taxes are the certificate value, and that's what you're bidding on. So this particular property owes $859 in back taxes. So what does that mean? That's what you're bidding on, and that's what you wipe out. So now you will need to pay subsequent taxes. But how do you bid on multiple properties at once? There's one. There's one. There's one. So, I mean, you can bid on the open ones, and if you want to bid as a proxy bid, which I'll show you, you can put a value in and let the computer bid for you. Can we do automatic escalation in our bid? It will automatically bid up to a certain price. Yeah, that's called a proxy bid. So you can put in a proxy bid for 10,000, and it'll go up to 9,900, and then you'll bid 10,000. And then after that, you can either come back live bidding or just be out. How do I check if a property is on the demo list? That's cities and towns. You'd have to check with the city of Gary. We don't have that kind of information. I get a list of parcel numbers and taxes owed. In the spreadsheets, what is the distinction between assessed improved, assessed land, and value assessed? Assessed improved plus assessed land is value assessed. When there's an assessed improvement value, that means there's something on the land. You know, the assessed land is just, okay, this is what the land's worth. All the liens wiped out when we buy and need to pay only taxes. That's your attorney question, but I think most of the liens do get wiped out. But I would still ask your attorney because some of them don't. Would there be a replay of this training? It should be in my Onyx, DONONYX channel, and there should be like a streams link on there that you can see the this training again. Which liens are not wiped out and still remain after purchase? I don't know. I mean, it's a case-by-case basis. What happens if I win the bid and the property is later redeemed by somebody? They have 120 days to redeem, and they have to pay you a 10%. So if you bid 1,000, they'd have to pay you 1,100 plus, I think, 5% interest, which will be not that much. Is the attorney process the same for vacant lot? It's the same for everything. So you're going to want an attorney just to help you, because if you don't do the proper noticing and you don't do everything you're supposed to do, you're going to just like bid empty money because it'll get taken away. When is bidding closed? End of day, May 7th. Bidding goes on until we go to the last certificate. And then once the last certificate hits, then we're sort of done. How do you tell which address is a house from empty lots? There's two things you must do, or three things. The first thing you must do is look at it on GIS. Do you see a structure on it? The second thing, does it have assessed improvement value? That's the second thing, because anything that's like a building would have some kind of assessed improvement value. That's sort of how you do it, and then you got to go drive by it. But you definitely want to go to geographical information system. Now, all of those links are in the Excel files. Think sound went out? Does the sound better now? How do you pay for, if you win the auction? You can either wire money in or go in and pay personally at the county. On Friday after the auction, I'll send you an official receipt so that you'll see if there were any parcels that you bought that were canceled. Sometimes that happens. Do you recommend any attorneys? Yeah, there's a couple of them out there. Why do they wait so long to let you know whether you were approved for the sale or not? Can't they? Well, I'm trying to work on the registration process next year because I feel it's too long also. Should I go by the address of or the parcel number? You definitely go by the parcel number. That's how we sell. So everyone's hearing me, no problem again? I don't know what that was, but okay, so I guess it's 5 o'clock. I can start with the tutorial. When you log in, you should see this, your login information. Then if you want to start bidding, you just pick this is the day of sale number. It's the far left number in the Excel file. So day of sale number, lot number, they're both the same thing. So auction is live. So if we take lunch, I will make the auction not live. I also added auctioneers on lot 2. I'm on lot 2. So, I'd look at the bidding here.
Do you need to see your questions right now or no?
Yeah, I got to look at them again. If you lose the bid, when or how do we get our deposit? Yeah, that's, I didn't take your money and that's on purpose. You have to call the county. It's 219-755-3155. Are there parcels on this auction from the last auction? Yeah, that's what the repeaters are. The first timers list is the first list of the Excel file, or the first time on my sale. The repeaters have been on the sale, can be once, twice, 5 times. Can you wire the funds for any winning bids from a different account that you registered with? No, absolutely. That's a bozo no-no. They'll reject you. So the money has to come directly from who you registered from. All right, so back to the show. So let's say the auction is live. Auctioneer's on lot 2. So at one point, so there's no more bidding here that I don't see. So at one point, I'll start the timer. So you see you have 30 seconds to bid. Now, if someone wants to bid, it'll reset. So someone bid besides me, if you're out there. Bidder 347, can you bid again? Oh. So then bidder 50 would win this. So it would close, and now you see that 2 is gone, and you would click on the next button to bid on that. So now the auctioneer is on this one bidding. And I see some of you are bidding on this stuff already, which is good. That means you sort of get it. All right, so that's pretty much all about the bidding. And then open next would open like 8, 9, 10, and 11. So we won't do that yet. If you want to see your winning bids, this would show you your winning bids. You can print the unofficial receipt. Now this isn't the official receipt. I will send that on Friday morning. And then you can print the wiring instructions here. All right, here we go. Hold on a second. So in your watch list, you can use what's called a proxy bid. Proxy bid will let the computer bid for you. And if you're bidding, you can actually tell what a proxy bid is because it only goes over 100. So the next bid will be 100. So if you bid 10,000, it'll go to 10,100. And then you sort of know that that's a proxy, so you can keep going higher if you want or not. But once your proxy's passed, then you can get into the live bidding. do we need to input our personal info in our profile? No. I created all your usernames and passwords so that you can bid on this. If you just register on the site to register, it does not register you for the sale. Is the lot number according to the Excel row number? No. The lot number is day of sale number. It's the first column. Go down the rows. So how do you find it on the Excel sheets? It's the first column. What time does the auction start? 8:30 Central Time every day. If you missed the countdown, can you set timer again? No, only the auctioneer can set the timer. So I set the timer. When another person will bid, then the timer will reset to 30 seconds. So for instance, let me start the timer. So the next bid, we'll change that and put it back. So you see it's at 24, 22. Now it reset to 30 and it's at 28. You'll see 28 or 30 depending on the latency on your computer. But that gives you an idea. So if someone else were to bid, this will reset to 30. Is there any questions on just the bidding process? It's pretty... Hold on a second. What time is the... if you missed the countdown, can you set the timer again? Like I said, the timer will reset when someone else bids. If a property went for the tax sale 2 years ago and the owner redeemed it, then he fell behind on the taxes this year, would it be considered a first time or a repeater? It shouldn't be on the sale if he redeemed it. The way that works is it goes through 3 tax cycles, which is a half year. Then after that, it goes to the treasurer's sale, and what doesn't sell in the treasurer's sale comes to me on the commissioner's sale. What is the sequence of closing? Day of sale number. You'll always see me on the left one. The auctioneer will always be on the left lot, because that's the one I'm going through watching bids. I'm watching the bidding and see if anybody, see how it replaced in 20 seconds? So someone keeps bidding. You guys are getting good at this. That's good. Good to see. There's more up here? Order redeem, what is it?
Oh, yeah.
Did the sound go out? No, the sound shouldn't be out. I think I'm trying to get as close to I'm right on top of the mic, so it shouldn't be out. What is proxy bids? I'll go over that, but what proxy bid is, it let the computer bid for you. How many days to pay once the bid's won? I wouldn't screw around. I mean, you'll have probably until Monday till noon, but I would get it paid once you get the receipt. I'd just get it paid, because if you don't, they get wonky. Some of the properties under the first timers have 2 or 3 in a column of number of times. So that could have been, I've had this sale for 12 years. That could have been like in 2012 or 2013. I get my first timers list from the treasurer's sale. They designate what's a first timer and what's a repeater. So I follow what they give me. What is the significance of the watch? Somebody asked about if they just wanted to watch a parcel and just see what it's sold for. That's all it is. Doesn't really do much else. How do we know what day our parcel will come up for bid? Don't know. It depends on the bidding. I mean, if it's in the thousands, you're probably not the first day. Don, if I win a bid on day 1, do I have to pay that day, or can I wait till I get the official receipt? No, you have to wait till you get the official. Yeah, no, you don't have to pay. You pay at the end of the sale. You don't have to pay during or beginning or when you get something. Matter of fact, I prefer it because I'll send one receipt then. How would you know where to bid for the property you want? Well, you should have done a ton of research, and you should know the day of sale number. It's the first number on the far left on the Excel. You should have put your eyeballs on it. You should have went to GIS. I mean, there's a lot of things. You want to make sure you know what you're doing, know what you're bidding. You should have contacted an attorney. I mean, this is a business. This isn't like I'm going to buy a house for $500. You should be able to log in with your username and password right now when I sent you. Now, if you created your own account, it doesn't matter. You won't get anything because you're not tied to the auction. So it'd just be like you're registered on Onyx and to actually do nothing. Where's the countdown? Right here. See, bid closes in 8 seconds. 6. Somebody bid, so now it resets to 30. And depending, since I'm so close to the server, I go right to 28. You may see 30 first. Yeah, you can log in with your username and password and bid. Other people aren't. There's a countdown. Can we start entering proxy bid amount, date and time? I'll start the proxy bids Sunday at 6 p.m. So all the bids before that are all these are all fake bids. It's just to get you practicing. The Sunday before, what is that? Sunday, May 3rd? What is Sunday?
3rd.
Sunday, May 3rd at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll open it for proxy. The bids all start at $500. Pat, you probably, if you didn't already register and get approved, you can't bid. You'll have to wait till next year. You guys who haven't bidded and want to, just call me in January of next year, and I'll make sure you guys are in the loop to get bid. Lot number is the same as day of sale number. Yes, it is exactly the same. Can I get recording of today's training? I would think it's Don, D-O-N-O-N-Y-X is my channel. Just go to the channel and then click on the views, and it'll views or streams, and then if you click on streams, it should be there. The proxy bids doing now are real or fake? No, the proxy bids now are fake. Everything's fake. Can you cancel a bid before the bid closes, even if you have the highest bid? No. No, because there's other people bidding against you. If you're the only bidder, call me. But if you're bidding against someone else, you're in. Hold on a second. If I pay in person, does it matter what account that comes? That's a question you can ask. I'll give you a phone number because I don't collect the payments. 219-755-3155. So you have to ask them. That's the auditor's tax sale department. Can you launch another bid? Not sure what that means. How long does it take to get the receipt, and does it come out to our email? Yes, it comes out to your email. It'll come out Friday morning. If you don't get it on Friday morning, you need to get on the phone to me really quick. How to set a property you want to bid on? You do it in proxy, if you want to set that. Can I bid without sitting watching each day? Yeah, proxy. Do you know the count of total bidders in the auction? I think the last count was 528. Yeah, training, just go to Don Onyx, D-O-N-O-N-Y-X. It's on YouTube, and then look at streams. You'll find it. What is the sequence of closing of each parcel? Do they start closing one by one on May 4th? Yes. What is the sequence? The sequence is the day of sale number or lot number. They're both the same, but I'll close them in order. So this will get closed, then this will get closed, and then this, then this, then this, then I'll open some more for sales. The bidding numbers on your screen are bogus, right? No, they're actually the numbers. They're actually the real numbers. They're not bogus. They're the real numbers. They should match the Excel file. It's just not real bidding. What time Sunday?
They have another question in there.
The bidding numbers on your screen are bogus, right? And the bidding numbers on your screen they're not bogus. Now the bids are bogus. Everything's fake except the parcels. They're actually the right. You guys can bid millions. Do that on the real sale. I'd like that. What time for Sunday proxy bids? 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. No, you can't change the increment because everyone will bid $100, and the auction will last 2 years. It does. I've done it before. Thank you. You're welcome. Can I bid on a property at any time or only when you post it? You can proxy bid it and let the computer bid for you, and I'll show you how to do that next. Or just when I post it. Are you able to see the total number of bidders? No. No, I don't. There's 528 bidders. Would you only focus on list one first time on sale? I would. I mean, because other people have had a chance at the repeaters. Unless you're, it depends on your motivation. If you're trying to get the one next to you, or the lot next to you, or something else, then you can look at the repeaters. But if you're trying to fill out a block, that's the way I'd handle that. Bid prices all start at 500. For multiple properties, if they're all open on the same day, will I have time to go between property sales? I guess, yeah. I close them one at a time because a lot of my bigger bidders, they don't like to close in batches. The reason being, they don't know where they're going to have like 300,000 to place in the sale, and if they place 200,000 in the first batch and they don't know the result, they can't function with their money correctly. So what I do is I close them one at a time, and then you can go look at winning bids, and you'll actually see your winning certificates. Here they are. So winning bidder was 4,000. The winning bid was 6. Lot number 1. I closed not lot number 1 before you guys, so you could see what a winning bid looks like. Your bidder number should be, it travels with you. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, so when is the next treasurer sale coming up? That's probably September. And I don't know, I don't do that sale, so I don't know when the registration is. How many days does the auction run? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days. What happens if you bid against yourself on accident? Well, I usually remove it, but try not to do it very often. If I am logged in, how do I get a bidder number? You should have that number. I mean, you should have got it in an email. If you want to send me an email, I'll tell you your bidder number. What can I find in the Excel file? The Excel file is on the home page. There's 3 Excel files: first timers, repeaters, and removals. Removals are where they came in and paid their taxes. Thank you. All right, Canadian Huron, send an email to me at dononyx@yahoo.com. We'll figure it out what it is. This bid of 1 billion would win? Nah, I think you gotta go 2. 2 billion will do it. Well, no, we're at 5 billion. What are you talking about? 2 billion. Where are we at? Are you posting from the top of the list or random? Post top of the list. Will we be able to watch this again? Yeah. You're late. That's okay. That should be Don Onyx, DONONYX is the channel. And if you go to the channel on YouTube, then you should click on streams and it should be there. Talked about how to bid because I'm a bit lost. I have a recording on this. There's a thing on there, how to bid too. There's a video I just did by itself on how to bid. But bid is basically just profile, click start bidding, pick a day of sale number, and bid. It's that simple. There's not much to it. Here we go. I just did that. Okay. Where do we look for the username? I created an account in Onyx to bid with a different email address. If you didn't get approved, you're not going to be able to bid. The county would have had to approve you, and then I would have sent you an email with your username and password on it. Properties on repeaters have never sold before. No, not entirely true. They could have sold like 5 or 6 years ago. Somebody didn't pay the taxes, and they came on the sale 3 years ago with less amount, and then they didn't sell again. Journey to developer, send me an email at dononyx@yahoo.com. So we'll check, like if you know your email address, I can look up and see if it's been registered. I have a username and password for the sale. Do I use? Yes, you use the same. Like, again, I encourage everybody to log in before, in like the next 2 weeks, just so I can help you get through it. It's not hard, but caps lock is a bear. How many properties can you bid on at the same time? Anything that's up, you can bid on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them right now. Well, where am I at?
Is there a second sale?
Is there a second sale? No, unfortunately, they don't want to do that. Where do I insert the bidder number? You don't insert the bidder number. It was assigned to you. And then that bidder number stays with you, with your user. I'm confused about what a parcel is and the difference between buying a lot or a house that may be connected. Can you please explain? So you're not buying a parcel. You're buying a tax certificate, which is the taxes owed on a parcel. So on this particular parcel, 7,000 is owed. So your bid wipes this out. So your bid kills that. You don't owe it anymore. Now, from that point on, you have subsequent fees, like subsequent taxes, title search, and some of the other stuff you can ask your attorney about, but you're not, the lots will usually have a lower cert value, houses will usually be more, but you can also look in the Excel file, towards the end of it, there'll be an improved assessed value, land assessed and value assessed. Land is what the land's worth. Improvement is what's on the land. Is there only one property being auctioned live at a time? Yes, right now it's number 3. Now you can bid on 4, 5, 6, or 7. You don't need to be, because what I do is I try to hurry the auction along. So you can bid on any of these at any time because they're open. What is the latest that a prop can be removed? Unfortunately, until the end of the sale. What's the URL for the homepage? www.onyx, O-N-Y-X, electronics, electronics.com. Where do I insert my bidder number to practice bid? You just log in, it'll be automatic. How many days of the sale for? Irene Wakchukwu 627. Send me an email at dononyx@yahoo so we can get this worked out. This is all very helpful. Thanks for the compliment. Can you repeat your email address? Don Onyx, O-N-Y-X @yahoo.com. Yeah, okay. We'll get you straightened out. I used to think this purposely set up to be difficult to register, except now I'm starting to believe it's just incompetence. Well, if I am able to log in with my password I created, I am officially logged in, yeah. Well, I would have had to send you the email. I keep getting this message, you must be a bidder number and I registered for an auction, place a bid. Send me an email afterwards, Don Onyx, D-O-N-O-N-Y-X, because I have to check to make sure you're an approved bidder. Right, and we have to make sure that caps lock and everything else has been done. We can change your password for you if it's a problem. So if a certificate is 7,000 and I bid and win 1,000, is that my winning fee? Well, I don't know if you'd call it a winning fee, but that's what you bid on. How do you find the location address you are interested in to start bidding? Well, you can do a search or you can do a watch. I mean, you can search by parcel number, or let's say you want something King. I would just search by 4145 and then it'll show you all the different parcels that match 4145. When you're looking up by address, just use the street number because there's not that many parcels, but that's a good way to search. So if you're how do you find the, well, I showed that, okay. You are dynamically updating the removed Excel as we are bidding? No. No, the removed XLS sheet won't be dynamically updated. Once the auction starts, I don't really update it because we don't have time. Are the parcels in any sort of order or random order? Sorry if you already answered. No big deal. They go by day of sale number, which is the first field to the far left of the Excel files that you download. Thank you. Where can I see it? Is only in the email you sent, or can it be found on my profile somewhere? I'll add it to your profile. I'll add the bidder number to your profile, so you can see it there. But if you want to send me an email, dononyx@yahoo.com, or call me tomorrow probably, I'll walk you through it. What is the taxing unit column in the spreadsheet? Do you want to answer that one? Taxing unit is like the county has a bunch of different units, all in each different taxing district. So it's for all intents and purposes, it means nothing for you guys, but I just put it in there so that people from those taxing units know that they can do it. Where can I find your number in case we need to call during the auction? There'll be Stacy will be here, so this is Stacy's number. She'll be here all the time. My number is 219-406-1974. You're welcome. Search. Can the certificate sale for less than that certificate, just at a bid starts and the highest bid gets 2,000, does it sell? Yeah, it sells. What did this? I mean, yeah, the highest bid wins. It starts at 5, and whatever bid comes up, it wins. I didn't have my user password logging in, so when is this password needed? I have to check if you're an approved bidder, and if you're an approved bidder, I'll resend the email. We've had a couple where the emails weren't entered correctly, or someone wanted to change their email, so we can get all that updated if you call. Yeah, you can place a bid right now. It's not going to be real. All the bids are going to get wiped out Sunday. You can't place a real bid right now, no. So the watch contains both first timers and repeaters. The watch it has everything. The watch has everything. Which is first to bid, first timers or repeating? First timers, if you look at the day of sale number, they're low. How can we determine if we are bidding on a house or a lot? Look at the assessed improvement value. If you have assessed improvement value, then you're on the right track. Thanks. Thank you. It's helpful. Great. I keep getting this message. You must have a bidder. Just call me offline because I think you created 2 accounts. The only account that will allow you to bid is the one that's tied to this auction. So if you want to email me at Don Onyx or call me tomorrow, I can walk you through it. We've had a couple people that put the same, long story short, they registered the same email on two users. Yeah, can I proxy bid on all the lots in the beginning of day 1? Yeah, absolutely. I'm approved bidder, but the system will not acknowledge me. Sent you an email. Okay, let me get through the tutorial and then I'll look at it. All right, so the next thing is, I'm gonna close this. So number 4, so bidder 210, if you go look at your winning bids, you should see like $1 trillion thing here. All right, so now what's a proxy bid? All right, so now we're gonna do a find on lot number 8.11. So that's gonna find 3 lots. So a range is ... So you search, and then you have 4 property parcels, or 4 certificates, I'm sorry. You'll see them if I scroll down. So just simple to proxy bid, you just hit proxy bid. Scroll down a little bit. So you don't have a value here yet. So you want to put, what do you want your maximum bid to be? I'll make mine 2,000. And then submit. Now what the computer will bid up to 2,000 for you now on that number 8. So if anybody wants to put a proxy bid in just to see it, now would be the time. Do it on just like, do it on 8, 9, 10, or 11. So when I open these, you'll see how the proxy bid works. So I'll do another one on 9. And then I'll proxy bid 1,500 on this one. All right, so anybody get proxy bids in? Yeah, you can proxy bid on all day one. Can you remove proxy bids before the group goes active? Yes. The only time you can't is when you, so you can delete it. You can edit it. So if you want to make it 2,500, you just simply go here, put a 5 in, submit it. So now it's at 2,500. Now, once the parcel is open for bid, you can't do anything with it. So you can do anything you want before it opens for bid. Once it's open for bid, you're locked in. There's no changes. No, so let's see, thank you. I've got a good general understanding of the process. Great. Can you remove proxy bids? Yeah, you can remove them. I just showed that. Great, Armin. You got a good understanding. Thank you so much for the great information. So I look forward to seeing the bidder number on the Onyx website under profile. Makes it easy. Yeah, I'll do that. Can I increase the proxy bids that we need to win? So what happens is with the proxy bid, once it passes, then it's a live bid for you, and you can just bid over people. Like, so on this lot number, so if lot number 8 goes over 2,500, then it becomes a live bid for me, and I can bid that. Hope that answers your question. Yeah, can I increase proxy? Yeah, yes, you can. You can increase proxy bids until it opens. Then you have to do it by live. With proxy bid, what increment will your bid increase? It's usually $100. Proxy bid will not show the next max, right? No, that's part of the bidding process. Can you bid more than the proxy bid set? Yes. This is very good. Can I go back and practice more before the sale? I will leave this open. If you have questions, call me. I'm trying to be as helpful as possible. No, you don't create an account. To log in with the username and password you sent to us, do we create an account? No. What I do is, because I know you've created an account elsewhere, I create the accounts for you. You don't need to create them. So I run through and I create all the accounts, put them all in, and then I send you emails with that account number, username, and password. And the username will be the email address. So yeah, you don't want to create an account, because the accounts that I create for you will be tied to an auction. If you just register, you won't be tied to an auction. Is the bidding order going to be the same as order of day of sale? Yes. Awesome. Is the sale live like this? Yes, but I won't be speaking because it's about a 5-second delay. Oh, about a 5-second. Yeah, it's about a 10-second delay, so I'll be bid calling on parcel 8, and the live will be on parcel 12. And so during the auction, if you need to get a hold of somebody, you can call my number at 219-406-1974, or Stacy. This will be on every single. That's on every single parcel. So you'll be able to call Stacy. You can text her, call her, whatever you need. If it's an emergency or something, we'll slow the bid for a minute. Do you get notified once your proxy bid has been outbid? No. What's the website we log in on? www.onyxelectronics.com. ONYXELECTRONICS.com. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the next 4. So I'm going to close 4. I'm going to close 5. I'm going to close 6. All right, now if we look at 8, if you guys remember, well, you guys all did proxy bids more than me. So I see the proxy bids, you guys don't. So this is just, I see them as a staff user, you will not see them. But, so if you see so let's bid 9,000. So it went to 9,100. This is a key. If you see it only jumping $100, it's a proxy. So you know that this person has a proxy in. So, okay, so I'm gonna bid 10-1. Now he max bid 10,000 here. So I beat him. It didn't keep bidding. And now the other bidders have taken over, so they're running with it, which is totally okay. So I hope that explains proxy bid. Now I think, does everyone got a pretty good understanding of everything? Where is the day of sale number found exactly on the spreadsheet? To the far left, it's the first column. You guys learned all this pretty quickly. If there's not any more questions, I think we're probably done. So, last and final, anybody? And like I said, I'll keep the auction open until like the Sunday before, and then on Sunday morning I wipe everything out, and then you can't bid, and then Sunday night at 6, you'll be able to proxy bid anything. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, thank you, Percy. I'm a good teacher. Are the increments in a percentage or a set amount? I use an algorithm, so the more that they get, the more they get. In the algorithms, it's like logarithmic, so bid 70, so it's usually like 10% more, like 70. You see where it's 91, it's 10%. You could roughly round to 10%. Thanks for your patience. Is it possible bid can start at 6,000? Well, if they proxied 5,900, yeah. I added parcels to my watch list, but they are now gone. Okay, maybe once they, I think once they're sold, they get lost. I'll make sure I check that. That might be a bug, but I'll make sure I check that. How do I, okay, thanks for your patience. How do I get a list of properties? You go to www.onyx, O-N-Y-X, electronics.com, ONYXELECTRONICS.com. I'm still unable to download Onyx, not sure why. Like again, send me an email or call me. Is proxy bid in $100 increments? Yes, proxy bid is $100 increments. Is everything still the same? Has anything changed? Not really. Everything's pretty much the same. I just made it look prettier, and the bid seconds is, instead of 5 seconds, it's 2. So when I start the timer, it's 2 seconds instead of 5. That's pretty much, I just made it look different, and this is pretty much the big change. So when is the bid timing start on 5/4? 8:30, but it'll probably end up being around 8:45 to 9, because we'll have people that didn't go to training and will have login issues. Central time, thank you. What is the day of sale mean in the first column? I see numbers like 542. That's these numbers. So you'll see as we get higher and higher, these numbers will go higher and higher. So 542 would show up here. From the screen, you are on how do we bid larger increments? These are the only ones. I mean, these are pretty big increments. I know you want to do a shock bid, but yeah, email me. If you guys have any problems, email me. My day of sale number, numerical order. So how do I know what day it'll be offered? $64 question. I can't tell you. Just depends how. I mean, if people are bidding $6 billion on properties, it'd be a while. I got line pop on the proxy bid. How do I set it up, please? I got lot 9 to pop up on proxy bid information. So proxy bid, you shouldn't be able to do 9 because it's already open. Yeah, see, it's not going to let you proxy bid because 9 is open for bid. So you see 9 is already here. So once proxy's dead, once this goes, why am I pointing at? Once 9 goes, it's dead. There's no more proxies. How many seconds per property? What I usually do, it's a manual timer. I'll let people bid themselves out. Like people here are still bidding, so I wouldn't start it. But then I'll start the timer, and then, you know, if somebody else bids, it'll reset. Well, proxy bid, you put whatever proxy bid you want to. If you want to put in 5,000, you put in 5,000. But a proxy bid, what I was trying to delineate is that if this was 28,100,000, or you guys are going too fast, but it would be 100 more than this amount until you reach your proxy level. Is every bid increment of 10%? No, it's like if you start, let me see if we can go back to, well, everybody's bid everything so high. So open next. So it starts at 5, 6, you know, so if someone bids 5, next increment 6. It's sort of logical. There's not really a lot of mystery to it. That's why it's sort of a logarithmic thing. So you're confirming that all participants are logged in on each day at the beginning of bidding? No, I'm not confirming anything. You can call me and we can make sure you're in there. My proxy says not applicable. The reason is because it's open for bid or removed. Once the parcel's open for bid, or if it's out here, once the parcel's out here, you can't proxy it anymore because it's live. Proxy is letting the computer bid for you. Thank you, thanks. Can I get the bid list? I'm not sure what you're asking for. Can I get the bid list? Of bids afterwards, you'd have to ask the county. Because once I'm done, and once the sale's over, I turn all my data over to the county. Oh, where do I find the list of houses? Go on the Excel spreadsheets. Go to like the second to last or last column and look for improved value, assessed improvement value. How do I set up the proxy bid? Right now you can proxy bid on 20 and above. So proxy bid would be proxy. Let's say we want to do unit 20. Search. Then when you log down, you see proxy. And it doesn't, you have a value, you don't have a value yet. So you place your proxy bid and submit it. Now, it'll show you a list of your proxy bids. Right now, if you don't like what that number is, then you can change it. So you come down here, maybe go 2,400. If you don't like the bid at all, you can delete it. Yeah, thank you, Greta. Oh, hi, Greta. I haven't seen you in a while. Proxy bid is the amount you want to bid up to. No one sees it or knows it. The bidder and Don only know it. Yeah, I only know it because if someone calls and said, "Hey, I proxied 20,000 on this and not showing," I can look to see if it really was 20 or 2. When a property is redeemed, does the number remove so that all numbers have gaps for redeemed properties? Yes, but I show a list of removed. You can download it. I don't see a found set. I'm not sure what you're looking at. Okay, thank you. Are you answering during the bidding process? Yeah, during the bidding process, Here's Stacy. She'll, during the bidding process, if you have any questions at all, call her. There'll be a ton of calls the first day, and if there's a ton of calls, I'll hold up the auction for a minute just to get everybody answered. Yeah, we don't want anybody to be mad. Will all lots start at 500 regardless? No, if there's a proxy bid, it starts higher. Now, if there's only one proxy bid, and the proxy bid is at 500, it'll open for 500. Mail set, looks like I don't have a bid number, so I can't test here now. Already sent you an email, thanks, no problem. How early do I need to proxy my bids? Well, you just need to proxy before they come up. So like if you wanted to proxy on certificate 5,000, you'd probably have a couple days. Do I put my money onto Onyx? That'd make me happy, but no, you'll send the money to the Lake County Treasurer. I don't touch money. So do I need to proxy before bidding starts? Yes. So, well, you don't need to you need to proxy before bidding starts on that particular lot number. So right now you could proxy on 20 and above. The auction starts Monday, May 4th at 8:30 a.m. Proxy will be Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I set one up on lot 20. Okay, so let's open the next. And we'll go to lot 20. So here's the proxies people put on lot 20. A lot of them. So you see at 20,100, you see where the proxy moved from 20,000 to 20,100? That's how you know someone's did a proxy. That's how you know you're still hitting a proxy, because it's only up 100. It's a good little like hint. So I think that this was a good one because it explains what I was saying earlier. Yeah, sir, I think you do have two, so we'll get it fixed. Don't sweat. On the day of the auction, will they send me a link directly to the auction online? Will my number already be on it? You should have gotten emails from me. I've sent emails out with username and password. You don't ever need to create a user on my system. I do it for you, so it makes it. I don't want to have to keep registering on everything. So I just do it for you, put the password in, you're all good to go. So if you proxy a bid that now starting to bid for other, yes. Do they ever add? No, they do not ever. What you see is what you got on the property stuff. They ask, do they ever add properties? No. What time will the auction end? 5 o'clock Thursday, or unless all things are sold. Can I proxy bid after bidding goes live? No. Did you say we must proxy bid on a lot to be qualified to bid it live? No. You can bid it live. If you proxy and it passes your proxy, you can bid live. How is the starting bid amount determined if there's a proxy? So the starting bid here would be 20,100, because this is the second highest bid. So it'll be $100 more than the second highest bid. That's how a proxy works. Does bidding stop at the end of the day and pick up the next day? Yes. You don't need to update your profile information. I just did that in case you want to. Some auctions I have to prepay what I have to spend. No, you don't have to do that. But to verify here, there is no limit. I just need to be able to pay my final receipt, and the original payment is deducted from that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly true. I changed my password. Is that a problem? No, as long as you can log in. Can you bid over your max proxy bid? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't really suggest it. I mean, if you get a fixed value on a property or a certificate, sorry, and you think it's only worth 20,000, put the 20,000 in the proxy and don't go over. You know, when you start getting in a bidding war, I mean, my job's to get you in a bidding war, but if you get into a bidding war, you'll probably overpay for something you shouldn't. All right. Any more questions? All right, I'll probably wrap it up. Is the 500 deposit automatically applied to our accounts? If you win a bid, yes. If not, then you can ask for a refund. Is there a group of properties per day of action? The bidding usually goes pretty long on the first timers. On the repeaters, it goes really fast because no one cares. I would highly suggest proxy bidding a repeater. If you're on the repeaters, I would highly suggest you proxy. Does a proxy bid go to the highest number that I enter, or just $100 higher than the second highest? $100 higher than the second highest. It's like, if you look here, the first bid here was 20,100. So your max amount's 30, but it's not going to go there until it gets there. So if no one bid after this 20,100, then 379 would win for 20,100. This final bid at the end of the day, May 7th. Yeah. So if we're really, we'll have to go really fast if we're usually done before the last day. How do you ask for a refund if you don't win anything? You call 219-755-3155, and that's the Lake County Auditor's tax sale office. They would do it. Any advice where people make the most mistakes? Absolutely, Canadian. You do not want to bid on something you saw on Redfin or Realtor or any of those. Do not bid on that. You have to put eyeballs on it. Those pictures are old. We live in a high weather problem area. There's snow, wind, ice. The most mistakes people make are they don't know what they're bidding on, so they didn't look at GIS, and they looked at pictures where they should have been looking with their own eyes. Yeah, as a resident of Gary, I asked that you guys only bid in properties you intend to fix up and don't buy and hold. I agree with that 100%. You know, if you're gonna do this, don't overbuy. I mean, I've seen guys do it. It just never works out right. Just bid what you can, get it done, move on. Will we be able to see all the proxy bids as shown during the auction? No, only me. Which auction is first? First timers. How long is break during time, or is there no break? That's why I put this thing up here. This auction is live. Like the second or third day, if we seem to be going pretty smooth, then I will do this during lunch. And then, I mean, you guys will still be able to bid on the open ones, but I won't be going through any of them. Can I have the county number again? 219-755-3155. This is recorded. This is recorded. The channel is Don, D-O-N, Onyx, O-N-Y-X. And if you go look at streams, there's like a little thing. You can look at videos or streams. Click on the streams and it should be there. Should we start with first timers or repeaters? Not even a question, first timers. First timers is where your best values are. Anybody else? Will you give us an exact time that you will return from lunch? If we do, it will be absolutely, if we do take a break, it will be absolutely 12 o'clock, noon, Central Standard Time, and the auction will start again 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Absolutely locked in. Anybody else? Okay, I guess I'm gonna, oh, here we go. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're welcome. Hopefully it's helpful. I want you guys to be able to know what you're doing. And like I said, I'll leave the site open. You guys mess around with it. All right, so I'm gonna stop streaming, guys. Will there be a chat during bidding? No. No, because it goes pretty fast. I don't do a chat or anything. It's just what you see. You'll see this. I mean, this is what you'll see, and I'll be there all the time. We had too many problems with delay. Why do I suggest first timers are better than repeaters? Because it's the first time on the sale. Repeaters have been on the sale, so people have looked at them. So, they're sort of picked over. Thanks. Anybody else? Now, we have some technical work to do, but I'll try to get to all your emails tomorrow morning or tonight if we can. The minimum is 500, yes. Streaming going once, streaming going twice. Streaming is out. All right, if you have any questions, call.